Hello class, good morning. If last meeting we talked about solid and space figures, today our topic is understanding patterns or sequence. So patterns may be shown in many ways. Repeating shapes, numbers, or colors can make pattern. So for example, if you know the pattern in counting by threes. So this given picture shows us the pattern in counting by threes. So the first by starting 60. So our starting point is 60. So you can list the term to see the pattern. So for example, the first term is 63. The second term is 66. You can see that we are just adding, or in the pattern, it is just adding by 3. So 63, 66, 69, 72. So the next pattern, if you will add 3 to 72, it would be 75. So that is the pattern, adding by 3. So next is you can also use pattern to solve the opening problem. If the boy visits his grand mother every 3 day or every third day of the week and his last visit is Tuesday, you will know the next using skip counting. So from Tuesday we'll count 3. 1, 2, 3. So the next day that he will visit his grandparent is Friday. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 Friday. Then if you will count again, 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So the next day that he will visit his grandparents after Friday is Saturday, Sunday, Monday again. So next is let's talk about finite pattern. So let's talk about finite pattern. The list 1, 2, 3, 4 is a finite pattern because the number of numbers because it stops at 4. So there is an end. It means when you say finite, there is an ending, just like in a movie. There is end scene. One more than previous. So if you can see the pattern or this pattern from 1, 2, 3, 4, you are just adding 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4. So that is the pattern. So one more than the previous. Or we can write it as n plus 1. N is the previous term plus 1. With n plus 1 pattern beginning with 1. Or n plus 1 pattern beginning with 1. So we need to clarify that when we are describing a pattern. So just like this one, how will you describe this finite pattern 1, 2, 3, 4? One more than the previous because you are adding one from the previous pattern, but the exact description of this pattern is start at 1, increase by 1, and end with 4, or stop at 4. So that is the perfect description of 1, 2, 3, 4 pattern. Start at 1, increase by 1, and stop at 4. So that's how you describe this given pattern. So Just like in this drawing, 1, then 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, previous plus 1, then previous plus 1 is 4. So this is what we call finite term. There is an end in the given term. So the rules of patterns need to include the necessary information. It is important that the rule states where to start the pattern, how to get the next number, shape, or letter, and when to stop, just like the stated pattern here, 1 2 3 4. If you will describe it, start at 1, increase by 1, and stop at 4. So next is we have other patterns here using geometric shapes or simple geometric figures. So the first term, if you will look for the next term of patterns using figures or shapes, you should find first the first term. The first term in this one is circle, square. One circle, one square. That is the first term. The second term is two circle, two square. Second term, I will repeat, this is the first term, second term, and the third term is 3 circle, 3 square. So the next term is, or the fourth term is 4 circle, 4 square. So the pattern goes like just adding one circle after the previous, and one circle, or one square with the previous square as well. So next is observe the pattern, find the next term. So look carefully at the picture, blue, blue. So as you can see, this one, blue, blue. So in the next term, blue, blue. Next term is blue, blue. So as you can observe, the slant is from left to right. Okay. Left to right, right to left, left to right, right to left. So the next term after this is left to right. So it's just like or aside from that, the pattern is just flipping or turning the color of this given shapes. From this, okay, the blue is here, then on the next term, this part, in the next term, this part, then on the next term, in this part. So it's just like flipping or turning the colors. Next is find the next term in the given pattern. So E, then how do we call this one? Inverted E, then E, inverted E, then the next is E. So that is the pattern. E inverted, then E. We can also use dots to make a pattern. So the first here is 3 dots. Or we can also use dots to make a pattern. So as you can see here, we only have one line with 3 dots, and on the next term 2 lines of 3 dots. That's why we have 6 dots. Next is 3 lines of 3 dots. We have 9 dots. Next is 4 lines of 3 dots. We have 12. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the possible next pattern is 5 dots or 5 lines with 3 dots, which is 15. So it can get the next term by adding 3 dots. Okay, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, or simply multiple of 3. So next is find the next term in the given pattern. So this one is like turning the arrow 90 degrees clockwise. So if you don't know what is 90 degrees clockwise, you can also describe this as top, bottom, right, left. So the move of the arrow is clockwise. So from top, here is right side, bottom, left side, top. So the next term would be right side. The arrow will be on the right side of the circle. Next is draw the figure that follows the sequence. Explain your answer. So again, in this one, the color is just flipping from left side to top to right side to bottom, from left side. So the next is top. So the red triangle changes position following this pattern: left up, right down, left up, right down, left up, right down, left up, right down. Next is infinite. Patterns without end are called infinite or forever, continuous. Okay, 3 dots are written at the end of the infinite pattern to show that there are more terms not shown in the list. The pattern can continue without end and forever. For example, the pattern of consisting consecutive even numbers. There are so many even numbers. Okay, that's why we can consider that as infinite or continuous. There's no end for that pattern. For the infinite or continuous pattern, we have 5. This is the example. Find the 20th term in the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, then 3 dots. So this dots, it means that there are infinite pattern or there are more numbers after 18, but we are looking for the 20th term. In order for us to get the 20th term, we need to see first the given number. So 3, 6, 9, 12. As you can see, it is increasing by 3. So this is just a multiple of 3. For us to get the value of the third term or the 20th term, so since the first term is 3, then it is just a multiple of 3, then 20 times 3, the answer is 60. Or you can also do the listing of multiples of 3: 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42, 50, 45, 48, 51, 54, 57, 60. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 60 is the 20th term. For example number 6, what will be the next 3 numbers in the number pattern 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So first is you need to observe the given number in the pattern. So 4, 8, 12. You can see that the given a pattern is a multiple of 4. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. If we're going to write it 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, then next three numbers. So 20, 24, 28, 32. So this is the next three numbers after 20. For the next example, let's investigate this problem. Find the fifth term in the pattern 3, 9, 27, and 81. So as you can see, we're not adding, okay? We're not even subtracting. But take a look at the first term. The first term is 3. And the second term is 9. We can get 9 by multiplying 3 to the first term. Next is 27. We can get 27 by multiplying 3 to the second term. Next is 81. We can get 81 by multiplying the third term by 3. So as you can see, the pattern here is previous times 3. Previous term times 3 to get the next term. For example, the previous is we want to get the next, okay, next to 24. So previous is 24 times 3, 81. So what if we're going to get the fifth term? What is the previous? 81 times 3. The answer is 243. So if we're going to write it in a mathematical term or algebraic expression, we can write this as n times 3. N is the previous term times 3. For your activity, answer practice A and B on page 301. Take a photo of your answers and send it via private message. Deadline January 29.